good evening slash very early morning, my friends. It is November 22nd. It was the 21st when I started my research for this video, but not enough hours in a day, as we always say. We like that here on this channel, but we still get our work done. That is the point here. So, once again, 12:25 a.m. Sorry for the late start. Most of you will see this video at least on the East Coast tomorrow. West Coast, you still have a chance to catch this one. But not much to talk about in the West Coast except for that rain coming, which is a good thing. They're finally getting the rain. It always seems like they get these storms right after significant fires, but I'll let you guys ponder that for a little bit. But what I want to focus on is what we focused on yesterday, guys. This is basically a continuance of yesterday's video. And as you can see, the talk of the town is how cold it is going to be on Thanksgiving, especially for the Northeast. And the Macy's Day Parade that we have every year in New York, they are worried about the wind situation that we might be dealing with this Arctic blast of cold air that is coming down from Canada and then counterclockwise spinning over the Northeast. So we're going to be dealing with very cold wind, and that's why the wind chill factor is going to be the issue. Now, the temperatures alone are cold enough to where you almost don't want to be outside. These are current temperatures as of right now. You can see the Northeast is beginning to get that dip with that purple we've been looking at. That's that dip in the jet stream. When you get the purple, guys, that's when you know it is cold. So right now, without the wind chill, we're looking a lot of teens in the upper Northeast states. Then you get into your 30s, and then South Virginia is in 40s, and then the Carolinas are in 40s. That is very cold for these states. Florida, northern Florida, 52, and then as you move south toward the Keys, we get a little warmer to 75. But still, you can clearly see at least 90% of the country covered in that bluish haze, which means low temperatures, and it's going to be that way for a little bit longer, especially for the Northeast. Now look at the wind chill. So this is current temps. Here are the wind chills. We have 1 degree. We got 6 degrees, 5 degrees, 8 degrees all over New York. It's now dipping down in Northeast Pennsylvania. I went outside before. I took a breath through my nose and frozen booger city. Sorry if that's gross, but for those of you that have kids, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When you breathe in through your nose and you just feel ice, that's exactly what's going on. So, and not only that, but it's going to get colder tomorrow and then even colder for Black Friday, unfortunately. But then guess what? We're jumping right back up to the 50s by Saturday and Sunday. So once again, hashtag bipolar weather. So let's take a look at what the newest information is showing us. Now, once again, for those of you that aren't quite up to date on the jet stream, just basically follow this light blue line, and then you can see these tight pink colors above it. That is the dip right there, and you can see the dip also on Tropical Tidbits just with lines. So see these blue lines? That's the same dip as we are looking at right here on this chart as well. So you can see wherever the purple is, that is where the dip is. So I want you to focus on that because that is the point of this video here. And why this is only going to be a deep freeze for a couple days, followed by warmer weather, then followed by a rain event slash snow event depending on the temperature. So once again, like we did yesterday, I want you to follow along with me. We're at November 22nd, current time right now. That rain is moving its way into Northern California right now. It will make its way to Southern California. All good news over there. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. East Coast, here we go. Now I want you to watch the letter H here. This is the central area of the high pressure. This is what's causing that dip in the jet stream. And remember, northern hemisphere, things spin counterclockwise. So we're going to be dealing with cold air coming down into the ocean, wrapping back around, getting cold again, then getting pushed right back in the Northeast. And that's how this situation is going to work for the next couple days. And that is why we are going to be getting sub-zero Arctic temperatures. So here is Friday. This is going to be the coldest of the next 2 days. As you can see, the high pressure is right over New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and right next to Connecticut there. So this is why it's going to be so cold, because wherever this H is usually the most cold part, unless you move up into Canada where it's straight up Arctic blast constantly. So this is what we need to watch out for, but you could see how it comes and goes by Saturday. See that last blue line right there? That is that cold dip in the jet stream moving out, followed by rain. Now, when you see the green, that means it's warm enough for it to be rain. So obviously it's going to be warmer than it is with this wind here. The wind chill being down below zero. Cold air up in the Arctic. This is what we see dip down, and this is why the blues show up here. It all comes down from Canada. And yes, you are seeing frozen temperatures, snow in higher elevations in the states of Washington near Seattle, obviously the Rockies, but then as you get a little bit more south, just like on the East Coast with Florida and the Carolinas, it's going to be a rain situation for California, which is a good thing. We want rain in California, but not too much, because then we're going to be dealing with mudslides, because it's always dry there, then everything burns, then we get rain, then we get the mudslides. You know, it's just, just not good stuff. So a little bit of a break after this cold. We're going to get back up into our normal temperatures for this time of year at least, but we do have a rain event coming, and this could possibly bring some snow. It all depends on where this little dip in the jet stream, yet another one, is going to be. Now, you can notice there are some pinks showing up right at the border of New York, New Hampshire, Vermont. That's an ice slash sleet snow line. So the rain will come down from Canada. It's a little warm enough for rain there, and it comes down to the northeast. But we're talking 1, 2, maybe 3 degrees change in temperature here, and this could change everything for snow. So that's how delicate these situations are. So even though we're looking just 1 day or 2 days into the future, you still cannot make total accurate predictions on what to expect. Now, you see the rain passing through, and by the time that comes, the 26th shows up, and we have yet another low-pressure system followed by a wall of cold air. So this is just a repeating cycle. Like I said yesterday, the low-pressure system over the Great Lakes, which means we will have a counterclockwise wind, which is going to be coming in from the Atlantic, going over New York and the Great Lakes in the opposite direction, then swinging back down after being cold again from Canada, and then whipping back into the northeast. So we get the warm water that comes up, but as soon as it touches that Arctic air in Canada, it stays cold and then gets wrapped back around, and then we have cold air from the warm air, if that makes sense. So warm moisture being brought up, touches the cold air, becomes snow and ice, gets wrapped around, thrown into the northeast. Nor'easter situation, and that's what we deal with usually for a few cycles at this time of year. And then remember last year we had a very weird March with 4 nor'easters in 1 month. So I'm trying to stick with one topic here for today, guys. Let's see if we can try to do that sometimes. But like I said, main deal right now for the Northeast is the cold temperatures, record-breaking cold. We are breaking records that are 117 years old. The Weather Channel is finally on board with this. I made my video about 2 days ago, and now they are titling their videos this. I just found this interesting when I saw it. Northeast to get coldest Thanksgiving in 100 years, and then yesterday we made this video, coldest Thanksgiving in 100 years. So not to toot my own horn or anything, but the Weather Channel, they are on top of their stuff, but they're a little far behind the internet. I'm telling you, some of us on here, we get this stuff out way before they do, and that's a good thing, because the whole point of this is to prepare people for what's coming and not have to worry about it a couple hours before it's due to arrive. And the only positive thing about this cold weather is that we're not dealing with snow or rain. If we had a snow or rain or nor'easter deal with these temperatures, guys, it would just be complete chaos all over the Northeast. Just wouldn't be able to travel. It would be gridlock city, people missing work, you name it. Just you do not want these types of numbers and these types of temperatures, especially this time of year, because all it does is lead you to believe that this is what the whole winter is going to be like. Hopefully it won't be. Just got to wait and see, and we will be here to keep you up to date on all that. Now, just to verify that we got some normal temperatures coming in the near future, getting home from the holidays might be dicey. They're talking about a rain event that's we did show going up the Ohio River Valley. That's also going to affect parts of Florida and the Carolinas and then move up into the Northeast. But that is also what we just talked about when it starts swirling back this way. Could be a different story for the Northeast. Even though it's showing rain, could be a snow deal just as easily. So All right, that's all the information on that page. Let's check this one out. So yeah, check out some of these temperatures, guys. -5 in Binghamton, -7 in Burlington, 0 in Hartford, Connecticut. We got -1 in Boston. Oh boy, Boston, Boston. You guys always get the brunt of these low temperatures, sometimes matching northern Maine, which is crazy because Maine is basically, you know, a cutoff by Canada. So we got Portland in there, -7 wind chill expectations. Pittsburgh, 12 degrees. Philadelphia, 9 degrees. So that's what northeast Pennsylvania should be expecting as well. And then just under this little area here, it's hard to see because of the cutoff bar. This is DC, 19 degrees expected for wind chills for Thursday morning. And then, guys, believe it or not, Black Friday, we're expected even lower temperatures. But then by Saturday, Sunday, back up to 50s. Hashtag bipolar weather. There you go. I'm coining that term unless someone else already has. For those of you asking about weather charts, this is one of the best sites on the internet by far. I believe the guy's name who runs this is Mike's Weather Channel or Mike's Weather Page you can search, or spaghettimodels.com. Lots of different useful charts. This guy puts a lot of time and effort into this page. I use this page on a daily basis, so feel free to come here, check out these charts. All great information. And a sidebar with live tweets from Michael himself and other people he's associated with that put out detailed information about specific areas, which is very useful for getting warnings out to people that need them quick. So very good source of information here. Again, that is spaghettimodels.com or Mike's Weather Page in Google. You could search either or and get to this page. Very, very good page. Very, very useful. All right, I think we've covered basically what we wanted to cover for the day. Let's see here. Got that one. And we got this one. So, guys, once again, let's just look at this rain band real quick. Right there. This is what we want to watch out for in the coming days. Florida, you may see some severe storms because of this going into Saturday the 24th. But they're going to come and go quick. Nothing out of the ordinary for you guys. But what this rain band is going to do is it's going to be like the bipolar weather hashtag we just talked about. It's going to be snow in some spots, and then you'll have sleet over here. You'll have some mudslides over here, and then it'll be raining frogs in New Jersey. You just never know. So just keep an eye on this. We're going to keep you posted on this, and then we're going to go from there. We covered the Arctic blast, and I got one more chart to show you. So I just want you to focus on this dip, guys, because this is pretty rare to see when you get these purples and stuff covering just one specific area. And when you're dealing with the Great Lakes, that's never good because the Great Lakes add to this stuff, especially when there's moisture in the air. Brought one more chart up for you that brings us a little closer to the northeast so we can watch how some of this cold air has been moving in. Very interesting to watch this stuff move and how it's influenced by things around it as well. So we move from frame 1. Frame 200 will be current time as of right now, so this was a few hours ago. And then check it out. You could just see how it's rolling in, and it's kind of staying high. And then like we talked about yesterday, that line is cutting off at West Virginia. Usually this line cuts off right around here. So we are getting a very deep dip here. That is why we are seeing these very crazy temperatures in Virginia and West Virginia as well. And then, like I said, guys, even in the Carolinas, I've been getting questions. Is it going to be cold in the Carolinas? The answer is yes. At least for the next 2 days it will be. And then you guys will be getting back to normal shortly after that. So besides that, we have a bunch of different little warnings and watches going on between winter warnings. We have high wind warnings in some of these areas. All these different colors, county by county, mean different things. All you have to do is come down here and match it. High wind watch, fire weather watch, gale watch is pink. So you can see we have a little bit of everything going on, at least in the west half of the United States. Not so much going on weather-wise, except for the cold going on in the northeast, and then gale force winds out in the Atlantic Ocean. So these do play a factor in our weather, because once these storms get up to this area and we have gale force winds, those winds are pushing everything into the northeast. So this is, even though it's in the ocean, you got to pay attention when they have these colored like this. So, all right, how was that for a video, guys? Anyway, I just wanted to touch base with you guys, keep you posted, and let you know that they've even lowered the expected temperatures to even more record-breaking temperatures. So just expect records to be broken, and hopefully this will not affect the parade for those of you that get out there and do that on a yearly basis. I know it's fun. It's usually cold, but you guys push through, and hopefully it's not too windy for the balloons. That's going to be a disaster if it's windy. They may not even be able to put some of those out there. So, but again, guys, at least it's not rain or snow. It's going to be cold. It's going to be a little windy, but we'll see how it plays out. And we don't have work till late tomorrow, so I will have a video out tomorrow. I want to get as much info out to you guys as possible. That is the goal here. But just expect the cold, and thank God we are getting the rain in California. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. And that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for sticking around and watching our channel. We really appreciate it. And as I always say, we are going to have more and more time to focus on this stuff and bring you guys in other directions. We're gonna start focusing on world news, interesting things, and whatever you guys want. I want comments down below about things that you think I should cover, or what you want to know about. If I'm missing things, if you're part of the country isn't being talked about, please let me know. And I take note of all these things, whether it's email, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach me and Caroline on all those forums. She has a YouTube channel. Subscribe to her. She's going to be putting out content very soon. So we're taking YouTube by storm, basically, long story short. And that's the whole ball of wax, my friends. All right, thank you for listening. We're going to talk tomorrow. And that's it for now. Have a great night, guys. Stay warm, stay dry. Bye-bye.